back a little bit. Let me start again. Oh my goodness. Hi. Again, it's Joan from the Wreath Creator. We're working on our wreath today. Last week we cut out our ribbons. We got all our supplies together from our wreath stash. And today we're working on applying our deco mesh and also our ribbon tails today. So I'm sorry, let's start again. Oh my gosh. I'm going to bring you down again. We're working with our 15-inch deco mesh. I'm sorry, our 18 tinsel tie wreath frame. It is elevated. And I cut out my pieces. I had 2 rolls of 10-inch deco mesh. And I cut them at, I think, almost like 35 inches, 36 inches. You can cut them if you only have 1 roll of deco mesh. I wanted you to cut your deco mesh at like, I think it was 20 or 22 inches. Okay, so I rolled up that one end of the deco mesh because I want to hide that raw edge on the inside. I just grasp it with a clip because it's such a long piece and it's easier for me. And I'm just going to roll that about 5 times. And then I just walk it up the middle. I just pinch it in the middle. And this is going to be a really thick frame. Deco mesh, base. And that's what I choose to do. So we're just going to be taking every piece and going around and working with this deco mesh today. And I'm sorry, I was supposed to get some of this done, and so I would be ahead of the game. And I was having a hard time catching up with the tech part. Let me just check and see if I have any questions. Nope. If you have any questions, just ask. And I always place that right down on that wire frame right here. As you can see, I press down really hard, and I try to tighten this as much as I can, because you don't want your deco mesh flopping back and forth. Okay, let's see. Hi, Pam. How you doing today? Nice to see you here. Welcome to our second week in a series of working on our little summer wreath. We're working on our pieces of deco mesh. We're trying to hide that raw edge on the inside of these rolls, so we don't have to deal with those raw edges. And where's everybody visiting me from today? I'm here in Massachusetts. The weather finally got nice this week. How about everybody else? If you don't want to make your wreath so thick or have so much deco mesh to play with here in your hands, you can cut your deco mesh a little bit shorter. I hate to say this, but I really wanted to use up my deco mesh. I want to start working on some grapevine wreaths. So I want to use some of this up. So that's why I use 2 rolls and cut it so long. I wanted a nice full wreath for my front door. I do not have a storm door, so I can make my wreaths nice and full. I do have a porch, and it's covered. So I don't have to worry either about the sun. The front of my house is facing north, so I don't have the sun shining on my wreaths or my front door. And I'm lucky that, like I said, my front porch is covered, so then I don't really have to worry too much about the rain. So let's see. Cheryl's from South Carolina. Oh, the weather must be gorgeous. Peggy is from West North Carolina. Pam is way down south in Louisiana. And Peggy is from the Smoky Mountains. Must be pretty up there. Peggy, what's your weather like in the Smoky Mountains? Tell me about your wreaths. How long have you been wreath making? Do you sell your wreaths? Do you give them away as gifts? Do you just make them for your front door? Let's see. Debbie says, what state am I in? I'm in Massachusetts, in New England. It's just starting to get nice here. I have a lot of flowers in my garden coming up. Let's see. She's retired and her favorite place to go for the day was Boston. You hear the accent I have. You answered my question. Massachusetts. I'm in Michigan. So storm doors are a necessity. Pancake. Okay. That explains a lot. Well, you won't be making a wreath that's this full, that if you're going to put it between your front door and your storm door. I get it. I get it. Peggy says it's beautiful where she is today. She does make mesh and grapevine wreaths. Like I said, I want to use up my Deco mesh. I won't give up making Deco mesh wreaths. I do like them nice and full. Okay, I think I'm on my last tie on the bottom here. And I'm making these wreath making Wednesdays kind of short because I know a lot of us don't have all that time to work on these. So I just want people to get used to spending a little bit of time working on their wreaths each week, and then they'll be using up their supplies. That was the biggest deal for me, is trying to get people to use up their wreath supplies from their stash. We all have so much supplies. All right, let's see. Peggy says it's 63 degrees there and it's beautiful. And like I said, she makes mesh and grapevine wreaths. Eileen, she started about a year ago, started selling locally a couple of months ago. That's great. Launched an Etsy shop last month and so far have had one sale on that platform. My very first grapevine. Oh, that's great. And Debbie says she does love the poofy wreaths. And she's working on a tropical grapevine now for a customer. How nice. So I guess she sells her wreaths. That's great. I'm so happy for all of you. You're using up your supplies or you're making things for customers, custom. I never did that. I mean, I did that for my family, custom work, but no, not for customers. I don't know. I'm afraid they might not like my wreaths. I don't know what I choose to make for them. All right, so we're just jumping up on the top. I've opened up all the tinsel ties on the top, and I'm going to go around the top. I know people that sell their wreaths start working on things usually in July, usually Christmas in July. Uh, you know, I live here in New England, and I've always loved the winters, but as I've gotten older, not so much. And so we do go to Florida in the wintertime. We're lucky enough to do that for a little bit of time. And so I will not be working on a Christmas wreath next month. I'm sorry, in July. I'm still going to be working with what I can, with what I've got. Um, but I'm not sure what I'll be making next. Have your customers already started asking for fall? I love Halloween. I like making fall wreaths. I love making Halloween wreaths. I do like making Christmas wreaths. I have some beautiful wreaths, but I don't like making them in July. I follow a lot of people that make their Christmas wreaths in July. They have Christmas in July. I don't know, maybe I'll break down and make a Christmas one. I'm not sure. Okay, when we're jumping up at the top, we're still doing the same thing. We're trying to place that Deco mesh, what we just pinched here, really down in on that wire. And again, twisting that as tightly as we can so that doesn't shift back and forth. All right, let's see. Eileen's done 4 custom orders and all were a hassle. I think I saw you pop up on Julie's Wreath site about viewing stats. Oh, I don't know. No, I don't think so. I really haven't talked to her about stats. Maybe it was someone else. Maybe it was me. Maybe, I don't know. How long ago was that? And if it was Julie's Wreath site, which Julie? There's quite a few out there, Debbie. Let me know which one. See how nicely that raw edge is tucked inside when you use this type of ruffle? I just have 4 more pieces here. I'm sorry for not getting this done a little bit sooner, so I wouldn't take up too much of your time. Eileen, she says she moved from Long Island to Southwest Florida. Well, that was a great move last year and missed the change of season. So I've started on fall and Halloween. Maybe the only beautiful fall foliage I see. I know what you mean. I don't know. Here in Massachusetts, I got back from Florida just before Easter because I host Easter dinner for my family. And I wanted to be back here for Easter, and oh gosh, the weather's been terrible. It's been cold and rainy, and I wasn't too happy about that. Oh, Julie Samako. Yeah, Southern Charm Wreath, Debbie. I do follow her, and I do I did ask her a few questions. Oh, that's nice. You follow her too. Yeah, she's a great teacher. Great teacher. Actually, what I like to do is sell wreath kits. I have it's closed right now. I don't have any openings right now, but I like to sell wreath kits. And then we have a private Facebook page, and then we do our wreaths every month. That's what I like to do. Get some of these straightened out a little bit. All right, just two more here. Let's see, how are we doing on time? Oh boy. You didn't want to stay on here too long and take up too much of your time. But I did want to work on this and get the ribbons on there too, the ribbon tails. Why I started doing this was because I wanted to help people use up things in their wreath stash supply. And I thought possibly by going on here that it would help people. No, not Southern Charms, the other Julie. That's the only Julie I follow, Debbie. All right, Diana, she said that she missed how long that you cut the mesh. And it's 79 degrees here in Oklahoma. That sounds perfect for me. All right, Diana, I cut my Deco mesh at 36 inches, but I had two rolls. So that's why I could do that for a nice full wreath. If you're only using one roll, you can cut it like, it usually works out to 300, it's 10 yards, 360 inches. So depending on how many tinsel ties you have, divide it by the tinsel ties and use that as a guide. If I was cutting, if I only had one roll, I would have done 20 inches times 18. So that would have been like about the 360. So I would have cut them at 20 inches. And gosh, where's my other wreath? Oh, there it is. So with mine, I used two rolls of the 10-inch Deco mesh. So I cut them really long at 36 inches. Look at how full it's getting. Like if you were cutting, say you only had one roll of Deco mesh and you cut it at 20 inches, this is 20 inches. I would be doing the same thing. I'd be rolling it maybe about 3 times. 1, 2, 3. Still going up the middle. And this is what it would look like. I'm still hiding that, the raw edges are still being hid in that roll. And that's what the ruffle would look like compared to what I have, what I'm making here. And it wouldn't be as full. There would still be a lot of coverage. So if you only have one roll, just use one roll and cut them like at 20 inches. Okay? But I cut 2 rolls at 36 inches long, and I had 18 tinsel ties. So I cut 18 pieces. And see, I can roll that a little bit more and hide those raw edges a little bit better with my longer pieces. Well, it depends on how thick you want your, or how poofy you want it to look. This is, can you see the difference? See if I can get this. There's the difference. So this is what I cut at the 36 inches. And this is just cut at the 20 inches. This is kind of unrolled a little bit, but you kind of get the idea of the difference. Okay, I just have one left here. I'm going to finish this up. And you can see how nice and thick that is, nice and fluffy. And I'll bring you back up a little bit so you can see it this way, how full it is. I'm not seeing too much of the green now that I look at it. All right, let me bring it back down. Hope I'm not getting you seasick. Let's see if I have any other questions. Pam says, I understand you won't be selling wreath kits now because of the tariffs. If that's still correct. No, I'm going to be opening that up again, and I will let you know about that online and by email. And you're welcome, Diana. And she likes the live videos. Debbie likes the live videos. It's so personal and a pleasure to chat. Oh, thank you so much, Debbie. Yeah, mine are very full. All right, so let's bring out our ribbons. Our ribbon tails. I am going to put the green. And my green is kind of a lime green. I have a darker green in my ribbon, but there is two tones in my ribbon. So I can get away with that. And I'm going to be putting my little horizontal stripe with my polka dot. I thought that would look cute. And that's what we're going to go with that. These are all dovetailed, 13 inches long. I'm just going to take these two together. I'm going to just fold it in half, find the middle, and pinch it. I'm going to come to the bottom, and I am just going to twist that in there 2 times. And with my outside, my bottom ribbons, I do alternate. I'm going to be alternating, and I also, when I separate them, I alternate them. I've got the solid, the ribbon, the lemon, or the patterned ribbon, and then I'm going with my solid and then the pattern. And I am not making them out in an X. I am bringing them out to the side. So if someone's walking up to your front door, there'll be that coverage there, up against the door, up against your wall, wherever you're putting this. Okay, and then I'm going to jump to the next color. I'm going to fold this in half, do the same thing, pinch it, find the next tinsel tie, press that down in there nice and tight, and also do that nice and tight, twist it nice and tight. Again, separating and alternating the ribbons out to the side. Can you see that? I don't know how good it's coming. So we'll be alternating this all the way around. Oh, getting back to the lives. Facebook has changed they're always changing all the time. And the lives only stay on for 30 days, and then they take them down. So I will pin these to the top of the page. But if you want to refer back to this, You might have to jump on to YouTube. I'm streaming to YouTube also. And YouTube, they don't care. They keep those lives up there. Okay, let's see. I think next time on the next wreath for the next live, whatever we might be doing, I'm going to try to get more done so I don't have to spend too much of your time. See how it's coming along. And any other questions? Oh gosh, I just did that one. No, that's right. Oh my goodness, I'm messing myself up. It's because I'm trying to rush. I feel bad that we're going over so much time. So what is actually your favorite type of wreath to work on? Deco mesh or grapevine? And does it matter season-wise what you like the best? Does it matter? What did it say? Let's see. Debbie wants to know, what base do you do the X with? Oh, well, no, actually, I'm separating them this way on my my outer ring. But when I jump up to the top, I'll show you what I do with the ribbon tails. I just think that, I don't know, I like my ribbon tails to be coming out towards the edge on this bottom. Let me try to go a little bit faster so we can finish this section up. And I can let you ladies go back to what you were doing. I was just hoping that I could get you excited about pulling some things from your wreath stash to work on. And that's exactly what I did with this. Next week, we'll be working on getting our sign attached. And let me see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. All right, so now we're going to jump up to the top. And it doesn't matter what you choose, even if I try to get the right, hey, what happened with this one? This one didn't get cut. I just noticed that I didn't dovetail some of my ribbon tails. All right, so now we're jumping, well, let me show you this. This is how it looks so far. Now I'm going to be jumping up to the top, and I am switching over to that X, and I'll show you why. I want that coverage. I want more coverage on the top of the wreath. So that's why I am opening up into an X. If you can see, there's like an X marks the spot. So I'm trying for the ribbon for more coverage. So as I was saying, next week, we'll be working on putting on the sign trying to fit, what we want for the rest of the design of this, where we want our sign to be placed, how many bows we want to be made. And I'm sorry, hold on. I didn't finish dovetailing. I don't know how I missed that. Guess I should have checked my supplies. There we go. All right, let's see. Debbie likes doing mesh. There's a formula to follow. Grapevine gets me stuck with starting the greenery. I think the evergreen might be favorite Christmas decorations. A lot, I think there's more people I think that make deco mesh than grapevines. It's coming along. Well, the black is really popping. I didn't think that black would catch your eye as much with my ribbon choices. I probably could have used maybe not a dot, but a smaller pattern. But once they're done, they always look nice. All right. So did you understand, Debbie, about why I'm doing the X on the top, or separating them into an X on the top just for more coverage? There we go. And when I'm opening that X up, Debbie, I am alternating that. See, you have a solid, the print, solid print. Is this a better view for you, looking down at what I'm doing? Or do you prefer the way I had done it last week if you were here? Or it really doesn't matter? All right, one left. All right. Let me bring you up a little bit. Hello again. And this is what it looks like so far. I think I'm going to bring that down a little bit. So as you can see, once we get our sign on there, I'm not sure whether I'm going to be putting it in the middle or putting it on the side. I haven't decided yet. So there'll be a lot more yellow showing, I think, with the sign on. And we'll decide what we're going to be doing with our bows, where our placement next week. All right. So that's where we are this week. Hope you liked being with me today and getting something done, or getting some ideas or some inspiration on getting your wreaths done. I'm going to be so excited to put this up on my front door when we get it done. I just love it, and I'll leave it up there. I might change it over for a little bit to a patriotic July 4th in July, but this one will probably go back up and stay on my front door. Uh, Unless someone's very interested in it and say, gee, may I buy that? I'll do that too. So anyway, let's see if we just have anything to look at over here as the way of questions. Ah. Debbie says that she just started making wreaths last year. Paint by number was her speed before, and bows are still a challenge. Well, you'll have to watch next week about working on your bows, Debbie. I kind of cheat. I do make my bows by hand, but I love using my easy bow maker. It makes things really quick for me. I really don't even have to think about it too much. So we'll be working on that next week. So anyway, I hope you enjoyed this, everyone. I hope you come back next week. I also hope that I inspired you to work on some wreath supplies that you have in your stash and work a little bit every week and get something done and on your front door. Okay, so have a great week. Bye-bye.